Sit down and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the tailor.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she's having.
Welcome to another installment of the Screen Squad podcast.
We're so going to hell.
Oh, the copyright free Star Wars episode.
Copyright free.
Since apparently when we post everything on YouTube, we get copyright hits.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're not talking about episode 4. We're talking about episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. On the panel today, like always, I'm Vinny.
I'm Ozzy.
And Edgar.
So yeah, let's get right into it.
It's known as the best Star Wars movie.
Everyone has their own favorite.
I don't know.
That's my favorite.
I don't know anybody who doesn't think this is the best one.
Return of the Jedi. To me, that's the best one.
Why?
Because that's the first one I remember seeing as a kid, and that's the one that I guess at the time when I was a kid, that's the one that sticks out in my mind constantly as a kid with the Ewoks.
Right?
No, yeah, well, I was really small when that one came out,
Jump.
and that was my first introduction to Star Wars. Was Return of the Jedi
And Warwick Davis.
Speaking of Ewoks.
Ozzy? No, but no, but it's for me. It was my first introduction, right? So Return of the Jedi, and then I went backwards. But I guess at the time, with the age, at the age I was, I found Return of the Jedi a lot more fun. But now, as an adult, it is the better movie. But to me, the best one, and the one that'll always be the best one, is Return of the Jedi. It's
I thought you were going
always
to say episode 1.
Ooh. I remember I was in high school, I was in high school when Phantom Menace came out.
I was excited, too, when it came out.
A lot of people were.
Who wasn't?
Yeah.
Heck, they even made a movie called Fanboys. And they showed it to one dying. Mm-hmm. Spoiler, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
And then at the end, they're like, what if this is bad?
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks, man.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. This one is very different to the other two, like that of the original trilogy, right? You have a New Hope, you have Empire Strikes Back, and you have Return of the Jedi. Star Wars is setting up the world. It's setting it up.
New Hope.
This one, it opened your eyes to intergalactic incest.
Yeah, and not just that, to the idea that the good guys don't always win, right? This is the movie where it's like almost every other trilogy movie uses this as a template. Their second movie is always the one where the good guys don't really win.
Yeah, because you got to win. Oh, we got more money. Let's make another one. All right, he's gonna lose.
But yeah,
fuck people's heads, and then bam.
Yeah, it's
the Rocky model.
Well, Rocky lost in the first one.
Yeah, and he won in the second.
Yeah.
So like in the first one, they saved Princess Leia. There was no real stakes in the first one, right?
Princess Leia.
Right? There's no real. But in this one, that is the one where the heroes lose technically, because Luke loses his hand,
and the introduction
Han gets taken. You get introduced to a whole bunch of people. This is where the first time you get introduced to Yoda, to the Emperor, Lando. So there's
45,
and there's not that many characters. If you realize, there's not that many people in this movie. Like it's relatively a small cast.
It's the same cast as the first one
with a few additions.
Yeah, just they didn't put too many people in there.
And Vader looks a lot more shinier.
Yeah.
Well, they polished that helmet.
Yeah, he looks cleaner in this one than the first one.
Jason when he was putting on his helmet.
Yeah, he didn't look like Hayden Christensen. I can tell you that.
Fucking Hayden Christensen.
No, but
fuck that puto.
No, but then if you think about it, like, again,
Easy.
relax.
Sorry.
Life as a House. If you watch Life as a House,
breathe.
That's
Life
a good
as
movie.
House.
Was it a
Jumper. Ah!
Yeah, it ruins everything. Ruins everything. No, you have, but
like you.
no, but you have the model, you know, that most trilogies use is the Star Wars, right? Where the second one, like Avengers,
Win, lose,
Infinity War, and Endgame. Infinity War is their empire because they lose. What is it? Pirates of the Caribbean, the second one. What is it? What is it called? The Search for More Money. No, I forgot.
Space Post.
No, because it's not Dead Man's. No, it's World's End is the third one. And
Dead Man's Chest.
Is it Dead Man's Chest? Yeah, it's Dead Man's Chest. Same thing. Same thing. They technically lose. Jack Sparrow dies. Spoilers. You have that going on in a bunch of the trilogies, and a lot of them use that same model because it raises the stakes for the final one. And
you know what? That's true because they did that with Back to the Future 2 also.
Yeah.
And kind of did they do it in Matrix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Neo technically goes into a coma at the end of the second one.
And then we all lose in part 3
because
it goes so bad.
there's so many crosses in that movie.
So the new one's going to be the Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna lose but still win?
But how is Trinity back? I don't know. I want to watch it. I want to know how they do all that.
Take my money.
Oh. Bill and Ted show up and they help him out.
Ooh.
Nice.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Nice little...
Yeah. Crossover.
Yeah. Where was I watching that they were... I forgot what else was it, where they were linking movies now in one universe. Or maybe it was a dream that I had, that the Matrix is going to be linked into some other movie universe. It could have been a dream. I don't know. A lot of drugs. But this movie is what caused that it created that trilogy model. George Lucas wrote it. He had the story for it. It was written by was it Lawrence Kasdan and somebody else. I forgot the other person's name already. But I think this one benefited by having another director because the first one was directed by George Lucas.
It says Lee Brackett.
There you go, Lee and
Kasdan.
Lawrence Kasdan, yeah, with a story by George Lucas, but he didn't direct it. And I think the fact that you had Irving, was it Kirchner? He directed Empire. Kirchner. It was better for it because I think that's the thing that Star Wars, the original trilogy, had, is that they had different visions. And the second movie is a lot better paced than the first than A New Hope.
You don't have too many of those like random quiet moments.
Yeah.
Like our podcast.
Right. And you do have
fuck you, right? That was a good joke.
You have the character art, like the character development. You have Han's character development. You have Leia's
the story of Lando and how they're connected and
but there's also a lot of plot holes.
Yeah.
When they talk about how when they first introduced Yoda and they say that Yoda that trained Obi-Wan, which was proven in the prequels that it was Qui-Gon Jinn, and then he was left to his own devices because he started training Anakin.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You mean the whore who likes money?
Easy.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. No, it's literally okay, I'm annoyed by people who go, well, it's not canon. Fuck you, because canon doesn't mean shit.
No. Okay, the books and stuff that they did, like the spin-offs and stuff where they expanded the main story, you got to give it credit. Those are really good.
They are good, but the fact that people lose their shit, it's like George Lucas just said, give me money. All right, you can do it. That's all. It's all he did, and he just fucked everybody because so many cool fucking stories.
Yeah,
you can't connect.
Yeah, they introduced Boba Fett in this one too, and that's like a lame character. Looks cool, but he was ultimately very lame.
Well, he captures Han, right?
Yeah, but he's in it for like a little bit, and then you get in Return of the Jedi
really quick in Jedi.
Well, apparently
Starlight Pit.
No, but apparently in Mandalorian, Boba Fett's in it, so they're gonna have to explain how he survived.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, in season 2 of Mandalorian, they're gonna. I think they messed up. They should have not announced that Boba Fett was gonna be in the next season.
But remember that the Boba Fett is a clone.
No, well, Boba isn't a clone. Remember,
Boba's his child.
Boba's the only one. Remember, Jango made the agreement that they can clone him, but they had to leave one untouched, and that was Boba, not the drink.
Damn it.
I know I'm quicker than you.
Well,
no,
that's what we heard about.
Not in every aspect,
That's what she said.
Mr. Sensitive. Oh, and no, but so Boba is not a clone. Boba is the only untouched part of Jango, his actual
Wait,
child.
but where did Boba come from then?
His balls. His balls. No? All right, fuck you.
No,
was good.
Just the way that it explains like every other clone of Jango is
No,
an
I know, I
exact
get it,
clone.
but,
they don't really go into all that. They just say that they had one made that wasn't an identical copy of Jango, but it makes no sense because his voice is also the same. But whatever. My thing is
Did
for
you
Mandalorian.
say Vajango?
No, the Jango, the D is silent.
Oh, okay.
No, but they messed up with the Mandalorian. They should have not announced that he was going to be in season 2. That should have been a surprise. That would have been a lot better if it was, because I think in the season 1, everyone was hoping to see Boba Fett or some like Easter egg to Boba Fett or anything. But no, they kind of ruined the surprise by saying that he's going to reprise his role as Boba Fett.
When does
in season 2 of the Mandalorian?
when does Mandalorian take place again?
After Empire? No, after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, after Jedi. Okay,
Yeah.
right after, right?
Yeah. So Boba Fett's already dead.
Yeah,
He had already fallen in the Sarlacc pit.
yeah.
So, I mean, back to the
Future.
Yeah, no, back to the Empire Strikes Back of it all. I'm telling you, there's a lot of plot holes in the movie just because now you can go back to watch the prequels and everything. The fact that, they say that, Yoda trained Obi-Wan, which wasn't true technically, but and then Yoda does
gaps.
But then Yoda does state that he had his own Council of Jedi.
So he trained him in a way.
Kind
'Cause
of.
he was connected to the council. Qui-Gon's the shit, though.
Well, I mean, what happens after Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
Because they separate, right? No, they don't separate. I mean, who knows? I mean, hopefully with that
The
new
Obi-Wan.
show, Obi-Wan show.
I mean, I hope that they really fill in the blanks because I think that's
Are they still going through with it?
yeah. I mean,
It's still Ewan McGregor?
yeah. Fuck. You can't. He is.
I heard Hayden Christensen was coming back too.
God damn it.
Well, there's a lot of stuff with Hayden. People want him back. People wanted him in
I wouldn't
Rise
mind
of
if
Skywalker.
I wouldn't mind if his character if he didn't make like Vader or Anakin
He should have
into
been
a
in
whiny
Rise
bitch.
of Skywalker.
He should have been in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, he should have been in it.
I
He
think-
should not have been on Return of the Jedi.
I killed my wife.
No, but I mean, it makes sense as to why they switched it from the other actor to Hayden Christensen
Because he almost dead?
No, because it's the last form that Anakin had as a human, like with his the way he looked before he became Vader.
Yeah, but
So it makes sense.
But he becomes good after
right, but that's the last.
after he kills
Yeah,
the
but that's the
Emperor.
last
So
form.
he should have stayed old.
Yeah, but that's the last form. You're gonna have they should have just had Vader without his helmet, just standing there throwing thumbs up or something.
Release the good.
What is Little Nicky?
Popeye's chicken is awesome.
So, yeah, it's just like Hayden Christensen should have been. I think, completely right. Should have been in Rise of Skywalker because it just made sense. If you have the Emperor coming back,
Yeah.
you should have had at least the light side of Anakin be back instead of just his voice.
I don't remember his voice.
He was one of the voices that Rey hears in Rise of Skywalker at the end when she's pretty much almost dying before she uses all her power and she goes Hadouken to
To the
He
Emperor.
just turns into Iron Man.
yeah.
I am inevitable.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the Matrix.
Mr. Anderson. Yeah, you didn't say it like
I didn't do it.
Thanos.
I didn't want to.
But
then I had to go,
it is but Empire Strikes Back does that's just your normal breathing. But Empire does have it has a strong story. Like it does have a strong a good continuation from A New Hope because it gives you the next level of what Luke is trying to do, and it shows at least the little bit of the Rocky montage training that he gets from Yoda within a couple days, maybe. I don't know.
Yoda
Weeks.
for being such a powerful Jedi is lazy as hell.
So-
He's older already.
He's lazy. He just gets on top of this guy's back. Carry me.
But that's the whole point. He's
I'm your
training him. He
backpack.
doesn't have to show him. See the thing about the original trilogy versus the prequels or the prequels specifically is the type of lightsaber fighting, right?
Yeah.
The lightsaber skills. is I think the fact that there was a lot more Jedi alive in the prequels lent to different types of style of fighting. That's why you get like the dope Darth Maul type fighters. And then by the time it's
Stab fighting, nice.
yeah,
That really good one in the Revenge of the Sith.
yeah, and that's like the longest lightsaber
Yeah.
battle. And you have it's like nicely choreographed, and then you get to now when all the Jedi technically are dead now, and you only have Obi-Wan as an old man, and you have Darth Vader, who's technically an old guy himself, and he's like, yeah, he's enhanced mechanically, he's a cyborg, but he's still old. Like the rest of his human body is getting old, but they are moving a lot slower. But then you have Luke, who's young, he still kind of moves slow. It's just the type of fighting that they had.
But he's still, I guess he's still learning.
Yeah, so it's not. It never gets to the level of what the prequels were in fighting, and neither do the new trilogy. The new trilogy doesn't get up to that either. It's more. If you look at the type of fighting that Kylo Ren and Rey do, it's more of power hitting, versus the technique of swinging and jumping around. That's one thing that I miss from that I wish they had more of in the.
Oh, you mean the Yoda
new
fights?
trilogy? Yeah, more of the it's that iconic. I don't know if you guys ever played the video game like Super Empire
Which
Strikes
one?
Back or Super Star Wars, but it's mainly Super Empire Strikes Back
No.
on like Super Nintendo. But when Luke would jump and he would do the somersault,
I've seen
it's
that,
it's a distinct, and they used it a lot in the prequel trilogy. It's a distinct type of front
Yeah.
somersault or backward somersault that they didn't use in the new trilogy, like. And that's something that I think would have been cool to have a through line.
But they do the long jumps.
They
with,
do long jumps,
Rey,
and this is the first time you see Luke like straight up jump, like out of the carbonite freeze.
Yeah.
He jumps straight up like if he's flying. It's not like was it Masters of the
he does
Universe?
the
And
flip
it's a
off the
picture.
stairs.
You would think he'd heal himself.
That wasn't. Yeah, that's all new stuff. That's all
Yeah,
J.J.
he didn't know.
Abrams.
Hey,
Well, technically that's
Mandalorian too?
That's technically Mandalorian. Yeah.
Fucking Baby Yoda or
The child, yeah. Because Yoda, I don't know if Yoda had babies. I don't know. He was alone a lot. I don't know what he banged.
Balls are dry, you know.
Maybe E.T. That long neck.
The Eddie Torres, the extra testicle. Nice.
Because there's female E.T.s.
That's true.
Yeah, they're weird though.
They had long hair and wore like a bowl hat. Oh, no, that was just E.T. in a wig.
That was him in drag.
Wait, what movie? What movie has like a cameo of an ET character?
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, so there you go.
Revenge of the Sith.
So there you go.
And then The Force Awakens has the Batmobile.
Huh?
Under the Millennium Falcon, if you look closely, it's the tumbler from The Dark Knight, the Chris Nolan Batman.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
In which one?
Force Awakens. It's kind of inside. It's shaped inside the Millennium Falcon.
They just ran out of parts and put it all together.
It's like an ode to them. It's either that, or it's either the Dark Knight one, or it's the Zack Snyder one. But it's one of those.
You
two.
see, that's what I hate. That's what I hate. That's what I hated about what's that movie? Aquaman. When Annabelle's under the water.
Annabelle is under the water.
Yeah, in one of the scenes where Aquaman is swimming,
yeah.
there's
But it's just
Annabelle
a nod
doll.
because of the director.
Yeah, but who cares? Keep the movie original. Stop doing that stuff. I hate that
keep
stuff.
the movie 100.
Yeah, stop giving me that garbage.
Wait.
I ain't got time for
Didn't
that.
Michael Bay do the same thing with Transformers and The Island?
No, Michael Bay, what he did is use the same footage from the island in Transformers. Like it's completely, it's not like an homage or an Easter egg. He literally was lazy enough just
in case you see this.
No one saw this movie. Let's take this action scene and just put Transformers in it. That's all he did.
But then he put explosions.
And that's a good movie. The
And
Island's a good
everything, though.
movie. I don't know why people didn't watch it.
I don't know.
Scarlett Johansson,
I
Ewan
don't know.
McGregor.
I don't know because I haven't seen it.
That's a good movie. It's very reminiscent to The Sixth Day. Remember with Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Where with the clones? That's all the island is. And the cool thing, okay, if we're gonna get off topic real quick, talk about the island. I like the island. I like
The Hank Ozzy.
Yeah, I like the island.
I done
like
fucked it up.
I like the fact that the beginning of the movie is a sci-fi movie where they're in a building. It's all clones, and people have to win the lottery. And if they win the lottery, they get to go to the island. And then the second half of the movie is just pure action and explosions and regular Michael Bay.
Ninja Turtles.
No, that's different directors, but it's like Bad Boys. You still
Is
have
it still Michael Bay?
it produced. He didn't direct them.
All right. Well, fuck it.
Like Jerry Bruckheimer produced Bad Boys, but he didn't direct them.
Speaking of Bad Boys, I just watched the second one again, and oof,
Second one or the third one?
the second one, and it's like, oh, not that good.
It's just a lot of action. That's all it is. That's all that movie is. The third one, Bad Boys 3 for Life, makes no sense.
Bad
At
Three
least,
for Life.
I know, right? Bad Boys for Life, or
And what are they gonna do now that they're making part 4? What are they gonna call it? Bad Boys 5 Life?
Bad Boys Dead and Loving It.
Did you watch it?
Leslie Nielsen's in it.
Did you watch it?
From the grave. You know he's dead,
yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I know.
Pam Anderson.
Or is he? Yeah, no. So you didn't watch Dracula Didn't Loving It.
No, I haven't yet.
You know what movie I kind of want to watch it, and I didn't even know it was produced by Francis Ford Coppola. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oof.
You haven't seen that?
No, I've seen it, but
I
I
don't
didn't
like
know
that
it was
movie.
produced by Ford Coppola.
See, I watch it and I go,
That's the one with De Niro.
Yeah, as
De Niro
Franken
as
as the monster.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
directed by
that's bad.
Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh. Hell yeah, love Kenneth Branagh.
It looks like a TV movie.
You look at
No, the TV
special
movie.
everything
No, the
is-
TV movie's a lot better. It is. I'm not joking.
No, but
Mary
production
Shelley?
wise,
yeah.
production wise,
That's what I'm saying. The TV movie's a lot better, production wise and overall. It's just they take a lot of liberties with the book. They go off.
which one in the De Niro one?
In the De Niro one.
Yeah.
De Niro's the only one playing the character properly as the
With
monster.
with a
'cause-
Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, but Kenneth Branagh is everyone
I
else.
heard things. I hear things. Nah. You. Nah. Fire. Nah.
But Kenneth Branagh and everyone else is so over the top in that movie.
You looking at me? Are you looking at me? I don't know what it is. So you gotta be looking at me.
But yeah, it's if just off tangent, The Island and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Island's better. But Empire Strikes Back, and then I didn't realize Empire is not a long movie.
No.
It's not.
It's under 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's because I guess they wanted to condense it a
And
little
it's-
bit, so
I-
it's not.
I-
It doesn't
and
fall
but
over.
and it feels.
Almost 2 hours though. It's pretty, but it doesn't feel long.
But yeah, if it like it goes, it just keeps
Nope.
it's on pace. It's
Not gonna do it.
The pace is really well done in that movie. It's like from the beginning, from the fact that you get and you got to give it to the giant abominable snowman. That's a good costume.
Yeah.
It's a really good looking costume because it's menacing and scary.
Dude, him hanging upside down for so long, he should have blacked out at some point.
And that scene was only added because he was actually hurt in real life and he'd scarred his face.
The
They
car
had to
accident.
explain and he had to explain. They had to explain the Luke having a scar in the movie.
Because they smell worse on the inside.
But did you see the behind
on
the
the
not
inside.
behind the scenes, but the special features where they show the extra footage with the abominable snowman,
No,
and they had to cut it because it looked awful.
I think that's the reason why it looked so good because it wasn't on screen for that long.
Yeah.
It
And
was
you
quick.
get glimpses. It looks like a beast, and it has like the scary mouth, and it's eating its tauntaun. It's eating Luke's tauntaun and everything. Yeah. But like from the beginning, from the fact that you have Han is about to just desert everybody because he wanted to get paid and he wants to leave. It starts off.
He wasn't really trying to leave. He was just trying to get Leia to pay attention. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
That's all he was doing for Joe. He already
Yeah.
knew he had her. He
Yeah.
already knew he had her.
I know you can smell his fingers from here.
Relax.
Oh my
Relax.
God. Relax.
Just saying.
Smelled like alcohol and drugs.
Smell.
It's a Disney movie.
Now.
It was Fox before.
Yeah, it was.
No, but
Which is actually
but-
one of the things they got from the deal.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The movie starts off right, like with action right away, like with Luke getting lost, Han going out, and then the Empire attacking the base, and then you have them having the dope escape, and then Luke goes on his own, and then you have them taking on the walkers,
The AT-AT.
yeah, the AT-AT, and you have, and again, this is like one of the memories I have of this movie is mainly in video game form when I played it on the Super Nintendo. You have the plane and you're flying around them, and that's like super iconic. Like the Hoth, the
The-
planet of Hoth. You're never
Yeah.
you're never gonna forget it because it's
You remember that joke, right?
What?
Why do they call it Hoth when it's so cold?
stupid.
Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
but
Thank
you have that iconic like spinning. You have like Luke like clinging on like Spider-Man onto the bottom of the AT-AT, taking it out with a bomb. Then you have him being told that you need to go visit my master Yoda, and he's gonna train you. And then it's just you have two different stories, like they normally do in Star Wars. You have two different stories, except for in the first movie, the original movie, they have one story, and because everything converges into one story. But this one, you have Han, Leia, Chewie going off on one, and then Luke on the other going to find Yoda. And again, now they just all meet in the dopest of cities. I think is Cloud City.
Yeah.
And Bisbin, right? That's Bisbin. They meet up at Bisbin, and you get introduced to the scoundrel of Lando, and kind of given a little bit of background that Han won the Falcon from Lando, and
He was supposed to get access to Cloud City for himself, right?
yeah.
Then they just took over. They double crossed.
Yeah, and it's the movie. He gets double crossed by Lando. You have, Vader double crossing Lando. You have so much double crossing
and
that the bad guys throughout this movie are one step ahead of the heroes.
And the romantic / not romantic line of "I love you."
I know.
I'm gonna go ahead and finger fuck you now.
No, get off my plane.
Why do you think he was frozen with his fingers up? It's like just one more time.
he should frozen and carbonated. No, and then so you have the one step ahead. This every time you get like pretty much you almost get the death of C-3PO. He gets super annoying a lot during the movie, but that's
his
3PO.
character.
That's
his character.
3PO.
Yeah.
That's everywhere.
In every movie, he's like,
look at me. Oh,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Oh, and then done.
yeah. You have that. You have the fact that you get Lando. You get the history of Lando. You get the cyborg guy, his man valet or whatever. You get that guy.
C-3PO is like one of those women who calls the cops on people for gathering. He's a Karen.
See,
Don't gather so much. You should not be out there.
yeah. Then you have that.
Oh, but
You have Boba Fett, which doesn't do much in them. He doesn't throw down. Maybe he shoots his gun once at Luke, and that's it. Then he bones out in his flat spaceship, but ultimately Vader is one step ahead of everybody. Like they figure out how to lure Luke, and then you get the surprise that
Jedi mind powers. That's
yeah,
why.
you get the whole where finally they surprise Luke, and you have the I have a bad feeling about this line being said by Leia, and you have it's a trap being said by she's saying all that stuff. So there's a lot of continuity they keep using through the movies. Then you have the trap that's laid for Luke, and ultimately which leads to the fact that they explain that Vader is actually Luke's father.
Great ending.
And
Great ending.
Again, he wins. He wins. Like no matter even though they get away, they don't come out of this.
Then Luke
Fine.
uses his mind powers to get away because he's stuck on the thing. Going, Leia, I got one arm. Leia, hanging on that thing.
Yeah,
The antennas were
but they
broken.
made out. That's gross.
Yeah, no. That's what they
You know,
say.
in
they
the-
keep
Keep it in the family.
I was watching the special features. There's another deleted scene where right before what's his name, Han walks in.
The awkward dinner. Where you remember that time?
The scene where like right before Han walks in and Leia kisses Luke.
Uh-huh.
I guess right before that they had a little conversation where they almost kissed again. Like they were gonna they had some chemistry.
It's like she didn't know for a second until.
Well, yeah, it's still awkward. I'm glad they didn't include it.
It's like that Back to the Future moment where like she's like kissing you is like kissing my brother.
Let me see what else feels like my brother.
And I don't know why it's so hot, huh?
Gross. Get off of Pornhub.
Yeah, dude, that's enough.
It's not healthy. It's not free anymore.
It's still
Premium
free.
is not free.
Why watch premiums? Who watches porn for more than 3 minutes?
I watch it for the stories. The plot. It's the plot.
I like the background. Cinematography is beautiful.
Really feel like you're there.
How the light glistens off the jizz.
Oh, that's gross.
Disgusting.
It just makes it feel like it's coming right at you.
That's gross.
Exactly.
No, but it's like the first. I think because every movie after that has the model for Empire, right? So this is the quintessential first time you see a movie where the heroes lose, because Han is gone. He's encased in carbonite, being sent to the Hutts. You have Luke losing a hand and losing his lightsaber, which was Kenobi, Obi-Wan's lightsaber.
Bendo's.
Yeah, which was his lightsaber.
Dude, the battery power in that thing must be awesome because,
It's a crystal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crystal. They don't ever charge it.
oh man, you would think it'd be nice.
I guess.
Imagine they would find a way to put a charge to it. How much cooler it'd be.
Maybe.
Like a flame sword.
Like Kylo Ren's, because his is unstable.
You're unstable.
No, you are. It's proven.
I am.
It's been
I am
proven.
very unstable.
Medically proven.
Mentally.
I am what's known medically as cuckoo crazy bananas.
Scientific
You know,
term.
It's on my charts. It's on my charts.
Charts and charts. Cause you sharts.
In my pants.
Yep. But definitely these Empire. Again, like I said earlier, the Return of the Jedi is to me my favorite, but this is the better written movie. It's the better paced movie.
Well, then Warwick Davis is in part 3 and Return, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, he's in it. But I mean, and then you
He's a
have
little kid though.
yeah, but then you also have
How do you know though? How can you tell? There's no difference.
no, and then you have
Pecs.
Okay, if you watch The Mandalorian, the species that fixes the plane for the Mando
Yeah.
is in Empire. They're the ones that run the carbonite.
Jawas?
No, they're not Jawas. It's the little. It's the guy that Nick Nolte voices in The Mandalorian. That's the species they use in.
Convict.
I knew you were gonna say that. But you like that's the species that that is the one that's maintaining the carbonite room, and that's a great setting for a fight, by the way, because the lighting is really good.
Yeah.
I just wish there was a lot more, because it feels more. It does feel like a sword movie, right? When they're fighting, because they're using light swords, but it's like you would wish it was more like the way it was in the prequels, where they were able to just like swing the swords around, jump around, fly around.
Yeah.
Like you have all that excitement in
Do
the
the
fight.
helicopter?
Helicopter dick.
Yep.
But then did you guys ever see? There was a video online where someone
Tons of porn, dude.
No. The video online from A New Hope with Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of CGI'd them to make
was
the
good.
fight like a lot more exciting versus like slow.
That's a dope ass.
Like the way they did that video is I wish they would. I mean, I don't want them to retouch these movies ever again. I really don't want because they added.
Turn the
I mean, the
lightsabers
first
into-
time he retouched them.
No,
like
I
that.
know, but
Turn the lightsabers
they already
into like walkie talkies.
you know, into Subway sandwiches. No, but it's because the movie, it's already been like they added too much to it. They added special effects. They added Boba Fett's voice. They took out they added a bunch of stuff.
They make Yoda look smoother.
He still looks like a puppet.
Yeah, I know.
At least they didn't go CGI on
The
him.
best part about Yoda was him looking like a puppet.
Yeah.
The best part is that he sounds like Grover.
And then yeah, but that's at the beginning. Like you notice, like he's playing the part to annoy Luke at the beginning, just to see if he'll snap.
Yeah.
And once Luke
Ready?
does,
Yeah.
once Luke does snap, he's like, yeah, he's not ready, man. Get him out of here. Kick rocks. And nothing. He's like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know you were Yoda.
Jerk off me now, would you?
Mm-hmm. What?
What?
Ugh.
Use the force.
Gross. That's the third one. That's the way he talks when he's dying.
Force you will use. Jerk me off now.
No, and so the first time you meet Yoda, he's like an annoying.
Yay, it's
you,
not.
you think you're like if you had never seen the movie, if you had never known anything about Star Wars, and you watch that and you see that character Yoda, you're like, oh, this is gonna be like a comic relief character.
Yeah.
And then
But
once
he's supposed to be the biggest
is for a
badass in
little
the
bit.
world.
yeah, but once it turns that he was playing the part, he's like, yeah, he's not ready. You could see the even though it's a puppet, you see the seriousness and the change in Yoda's demeanor when he's talking to Obi-Wan.
He looks like a child with his hands out.
No, but when he's talking to Obi-Wan, like he's telling him he's not ready, and then he's like, and then that's when Luke realizes that this is Yoda, and he's the all powerful. But I mean, who's stronger than Yoda? It's Darth Sidious. It was proven in Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah.
because he whoops Yoda.
That's right. He does. Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. When they fight in the Senate
that's right.
room,
I was trying to
and they're throwing stuff at each
I
other.
totally forgot what that movie was
the
called.
UFOs.
Yeah, they're throwing the UFO pods and everything, and Yoda catches some. But then when it comes to like the fighting, Darth Sidious was all.
That's where ET comes out.
Yeah, in that room.
Yeah, that's right.
I think they're also in the Phantom Menace, like in the audience of the pod racing.
I think so too. Warwick Davis as well.
Yeah. Well, after that, he's in all of them. He's in it after.
That has
after
your favorite actor too, Ozzy.
I love Warwick Davis.
Sam Jackson.
No, Phantom Menace.
Guado.
Iguado. Good move.
No, not Guado.
No.
That's Guano.
Iguado.
Oh, that's from Guado is from Total Recall.
Jake Lloyd.
Fuck that little shit. Sorry.
It's working.
No, it's not. Sorry.
Yeah, but no, you have Warwick Davis is in every single one of those Star Wars movies after
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. He's in every single one.
He's
in Rogue
He's
One.
also in Leprechaun.
He's
He's in Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not in the reboot.
There is no Leprechaun without him.
Yeah, there isn't, because he is the Leprechaun.
Especially when he raps in Leprechaun in the Hood.
Part 2, because there's 2 of those.
I know. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Ice-T's not thinking one of them.
Yeah,
Jennifer
Deep dive
Aniston's
into
in the
those
first
movies.
one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Her with her original nose.
That's right. She does have her nose.
In front of that fan with like the...
No, that's a different. That's part 2.
Huh?
Part 2 is the one where the guy puts his face in the lawnmower.
No, but there's a fan blowing on she's wearing like a white T-shirt. It's just...
Are you all right?
I'm sorry.
Like,
Spacing on here.
What's the matter with this guy?
Easy, easy.
Sorry, Pornhub's got me all messed up.
Discombobulated.
I can't order pizza to go anymore. It feels weird.
Only he, only he knows
Gross.
his jokes.
Yeah, with the extra sausage. No, but Empire again. It is of I think out of all the movies, the best written one. It's the best written one, the best paced one.
Yeah, I'll take that.
It just has everything you'd want.
It has the best ending.
Best editing.
No, ending.
He said
No, but
ending.
it also has best editing.
Yeah, best editing, yeah.
Because again, it's well paced. If it was poorly edited, it'd be a longer movie and they'd have too many lulls. This movie doesn't have lulls.
Does Force Awakens have a lot of lulls? I don't feel like it does either.
But Force Awakens wasn't original.
Yeah, it's just a rehash of New Hope.
A New Hope, and that's the whole point of that.
Is it a reboot?
And it's just a rehash.
No.
It's a rehash. They
remake.
just rehashed the first movie. It's the same beats from the first movie, but it's not a bad thing because
They just tried to
you kinda
draw
have
in the
to-
fanboys.
Yeah, you have to just bring back the people to,
Well,
to
I mean,
enjoy it,
you
then
also gotta-
ruin it with 2 other movies.
Yeah.
you just gotta remember, it's like a circle. It just there's it until you actually break the circle, it's still gonna keep going.
Yeah, but this is the only one. This is the movie that was the most. Empire was the most original of the other ones because of
Rogue One.
Rogue
One is awesome.
Rogue One was
That's a good movie.
is a version of Empire just on its own because there's nobody wins
Yeah.
in that one.
Everybody
None of the
dies.
heroes. None
I
of the
win
heroes.
when
None
I
of the
watch it.
heroes live. That's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Like no matter all the crap that people talk about,
No,
like,
no.
those movies. I think out of all of them,
Rogue One's my
Rogue
favorite.
One's the best. Like that's
I mean-
just because it's a movie that's linked, but it's also its own story. Like
I
it
kinda
doesn't rely on any of the stuff from the previous movies or any of the from anything. It doesn't rely on anything.
I want to see the original footage from Solo.
Oh, the one that they said was like very Ace Ventura like.
Well, so no, it's because they had different actors playing like Paul Bettany's not even in that one.
Yeah,
It's-
the original. It's what's his name from The Wire.
yeah. So
He was playing the bad guy, and
I would
they
love
had
to see
like he was in full like a kind of like leopard makeup. He was like an animal. So
nice.
No, I mean it'd be cool if one day they just release some stuff on it. Release the Snyder cut, man.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Justice League was not my.
I don't want to
Nah,
go
not a
like,
cup of
hey,
tea.
this is kind of better, but
Batman vs Superman wasn't my. The only one of those movies that I like is Man of Steel.
Well, I want to see a Snyder cut.
I'd watch it, but it's like again the one that I like the most is Man of Steel. Even though I don't agree with
I don't
Superman
know.
killing at the end, but it's
The,
just me.
the rumors are that the Snyder cut is really good. Like
Yeah, but they
might
also
be
said-
the best comic book.
They
movie.
also said the same thing about Batman vs Superman that people gave it like a standing ovation, and that movie's boring.
now didn't they have a different cut for X-Men Days of Future Past?
Yeah, the Rogue cut.
Yeah,
they
the Rogue
released
cut,
it.
right?
Yeah, all it did was add Rogue. It didn't change the movie. It just added
no.
added Rogue.
exactly. I don't see a big difference. I know it's not like it.
It's,
it
they
didn't-
just
it didn't-
added Rogue. It's not supposed to change the movie.
Oh, I know, but I mean,
But-
like the whole like the
but the
idea that-
Snyder, the Snyder cut is a different movie. That's what they're saying. It's a different.
Yeah,
It
completely different
it
movie.
has some of the same elements, but it's a different story overall.
It's darker. I heard it's darker. It's the writing is better. The editing is better.
I would prefer them to have shown Superman with a mustache.
I would,
instead of the
I would,
whole-
I would love to see Darkseid.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was supposed to show Darkseid.
Yeah,
at
I know the
end.
whole point of it because Batman and Superman teased it as an
Yeah.
idea, and then they should have actually had it.
But they're talking about finally making a Man of Steel too now, and Henry Cavill still being Superman.
Really?
Yeah, because they were originally
Told you he wasn't gonna leave.
they were
I
originally
wouldn't.
they were originally talking about introducing a new Superman in the Supergirl movie, but I guess they're not going to do the Supergirl movie because they need to figure out what they're going to do with Superman first before
Yeah,
they do.
no,
a
why
Supergirl
would they make another Supergirl movie? The original's better. It's great.
That's horrible. What's wrong with you?
What's Slater? What's her?
Helen.
Helen Slater.
Helen Slater, yeah.
Helen Slater.
Billie Jean?
Yeah, she was in
Yeah.
the Supergirl TV show.
I
She
like
was
her
on
as
that.
Billie
she
Jean, by
was.
the
She was
way.
on that TV show.
I haven't seen that show. I
not-
saw the first
it's not a
episode and
bad
I was
show.
like,
It's not a bad show. Not a great show.
it made me feel like I was watching Devil Wears Prada, but like bad. like I mean, I like McBeal's in it.
Yeah, that's
Like
right.
she plays Meryl Streep. Then she's like the awkward like assistant. It's like don't really care.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No.
his own, sir.
Yeah, yeah. But definitely, again, it's like Star. You can't talk Star Wars without talking Empire Strikes Back
Well,
because
it's got the best. It's got the most iconic scene, which is the "I'm your father."
yeah, like, and it's not Luke. I am your father.
Yeah,
it's
no.
I am your father, and it's like
Biggest,
It's
most misquoted line, by the way. Most.
But it's you can't talk about that trilogy without bringing that up because that was the fundamental for all other trilogies that were ever created. That were created after that. Like you have to have the peak in the first one. The good guys win. Second movie, they're losing. Then the
Hey,
third one, they come back and win again.
I don't remember
to give people hope.
But remember, Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
Part 2,
The Two Towers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did that have a bad ending? Like a
No, because that's one whole story.
I
no, I don't.
I
that
watched-
one. I don't think that one has an Empire type story because that was technically a movie, one whole movie. That's one whole movie in 9 hours. It's not 3 different movies. It's not 3 chapters. It's 4. It's one movie.
But
the
it's
whole
3 different books.
Yeah, but it's one whole movie. One whole because remember they filmed the movie all at once instead of filming it separate times. So it's all in one through line.
All right.
But Return of the King has like 75 different endings. It's like the longest movie ever that won the Oscar.
It's a great movie, though.
Return of the King is all right.
Yeah, no, it's a great movie. We just
I don't.
we just
I
recently
just
watched
hate 'em.
all of them.
I prefer Two
I'm-
Towers because
I'm
it has
weird.
more action.
I don't like any of them.
No,
I actually kind of enjoyed the Hobbit movies better.
No, God, no.
I did.
No.
Sorry.
I did not like the Hobbit movies.
they're
Cumberbatch.
not bad, but
But
the-
they're not the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, it's not.
They should.
The better story is Lord of the Rings, but it's
I really would have appreciated or I would have loved to seen what Guillermo del Toro would have done with it because he was originally going to direct
did
it.
not know that.
The Hobbit movie. He was going to do all 3, but they ended up keeping a lot of his character models for the movie, but they just didn't. He just couldn't direct it.
Wait, who directed it again?
Peter Jackson.
Exactly. That's just
Oh, and I just saw his movie, The Mortal Engines.
because they look alike.
I just saw that one,
And?
and it's not great. It's not bad though. It's an okay movie.
Like you can't hate it,
But it's
but
like
you
one thing
just
when
can't
you're but no,
appreciate
but one thing when you're watching is like, damn, like he has imagination. That's the one thing Peter Jackson has is he has imagination because
and the
when you're
cholesterol problem.
No, he's super thin now.
Is he really?
Yeah. But it's like
Is it the Australian AIDS?
But it's
called Foster's.
but it's tough. It's
Full
tough
stage.
to like.
You never get
It's
AIDS.
tough to like come back after Dead Alive.
Hey, Dead Alive was awesome. How dare
The
you hate on that
Frighteners.
thing.
The
Frighteners
Frighteners.
was awesome too.
It's
it
no, but
actually-
again,
the Frighteners brought
he is imaginative. When you watch like The Hobbit, when you to bring that stuff to life, and to watch Mortal Engines and to bring that stuff to life, it's to make a coherent story at least that's enjoyable, not like
I'm not
not
a
like
fan
Speed
of, King
Racer
Kong.
or King Kong. I mean, the problem is that it wasn't original. If
Yeah.
like, at least Mortal Engines is based on a book and he could do what he wanted. Like Lord of the Rings is based on a book, but he was able to imagine it
But
differently.
the CGI is awful
in-
too.
for
King Kong?
In King Kong,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's horrible.
No,
Some of it is.
It
I
is.
can't
It's
take it.
dated. It's dated. When it came out, it was like it's kind of cool, especially when you see
No.
the pupils dilate when he falls. That still gets me every time. Like,
You're a bitch. That's why.
oh yeah. Though dinosaur fights are pretty cool.
But like, it's funny because he couldn't do that CGI green screen stuff, but but George Lucas was able to do some of it in like because majority of the prequel movies were all green screen.
Yeah.
Like at least 75% of all three of them were green screen.
Oh, the Star Wars one.
Yeah, of the prequels.
Oh, we came back to Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
was like, what are you talking about? What? Hobbit? Green screen?
Star Wars?
no, but if you got to see The Hobbit, I got to see it in was it 48 frames per second or whatever it was where they
Oh, seizure?
yeah, that was weird to watch.
Yeah, the first one threw me off. I was like, what the-
Yeah.
it felt odd.
It felt weird to watch it in IMAX and it felt real. It had the soap opera effect, right? So it felt realistic. It was just weird to watch.
Yeah, and like I got foam on the side of my mouth. It's crazy. I just
That wasn't foam.
Huh?
That wasn't foam, and I don't know who you were with.
Sir? What?
That's from the Pornhub.
I don't know who you were with, and that wasn't foam.
Please turn off your cell phones.
But again, like out of all 9 Star Wars movies, I don't include the spin-offs like Solo or Rogue One. I'm just talking about like the Vader, what they call the Vader like saga or the
Yeah.
Skywalker saga. Empire is
Rogue One.
well. But I mean that's a spin-off.
You-
That's
you
a
can-
series.
you
We're
can
talking
he-
about episode 1 through 9.
You can totally
right?
hear people jizz
From
when
epi-
Vader came out in Rogue One.
Yeah, from episode.
Bro, just that end, the end of Rogue One when Vader comes out and he starts murking
But he
those
was.
guys.
But see, you
Oof.
see how more menacing he was in that one than he was in any of the other like movies using a lightsaber. That's what you want.
Well, I mean,
Vader
in
to be.
Empire, he's killing everybody.
He's just choking them with force chokes.
Yeah, he's just killing
Force choking.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Man, David Carradine could have used them.
Oh God,
What?
he
What?
wish. He
No?
wish. Yeah.
Too soon? Exactly.
But again, it's still the best paced one, and it's the better story from the episodes, right? Not counting Rogue One or anything. And it's definitely, if you've never seen Star Wars, you definitely always want to start with the original trilogy. Well, I mean, if you've never seen Star Wars,
okay,
you kind of.
so if you're gonna watch Star Wars as a newbie, where do you start?
I would start again, original trilogy, prequel, and then but there's some people that start with episode 1 because you start with Anakin as a kid all the way to like his grandkids.
Yeah, I would start with the first one. Might as well. I mean, people
And
are
then what
so.
part- and do you include the like Rogue One
Yeah.
and Solo in those?
You
And where-
include not you don't include Solo.
Yeah.
I don't think
have to?
you don't
Yeah.
have to because but at least you include Rogue One because Rogue One is sitting in between episode 3 and episode 4. It sits.
It's like
Leads
it's like
into
now,
episode
it's a
4, yeah.
prelude to episode 4.
Now do you still watch Clone Wars as well?
No, you don't
Because
need.
Clone Wars is like in between.
Yeah, but you don't need that. If you're sticking to
cartoon.
only the movies, I
Fucking
would.
dope though.
Yeah, but if you,
Yeah,
I would stick to only the movies, and I would definitely start from 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6. Then you go into 7, 8, 9.
I wonder if they're gonna do like these offshoots from this trilogy that just came out.
I don't think so because they
I-
said that
I hope they're
that was the last time they were going to be playing those characters. I know they're not from the reports I like read and I watched online. the actors are not happy with the end result
Yeah.
of Star Wars.
I mean, the hate that came from people.
Not just that, they
No.
didn't like the way the story because
I think I read an article. What's his name?
Oscar-
Boyega was like
Yeah.
not happy with it either.
yeah,
he was talking
He wasn't
trash.
happy. Oscar Isaac wasn't happy. Oscar Isaac was pushing more for a Finn and Poe relationship, and they were too scared to do that. Daisy Ridley was, even though it made her a name now, she's not happy with the way it ended.
Yeah, she took a trip on the Orient Express too, right?
Yeah, with Josh Gad. Horrible. It's a horrible movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's a horror with Hercule Poirot.
Watch the original. The original's better.
Who's in that?
But it's
one?
going to lead to a sequel,
lot of
so they're
old
going to make
people.
another one with big mustached Kenneth Branagh.
Big mustache.
Mm-hmm. Big mustache.
Big mustache.
Mustache. But yeah,
I can do mustache
if you guys get a chance, definitely check out. If you haven't seen the Star Wars trilogy, you should definitely watch it with me if you're a lady.
If you're a lady and your titties are
No,
What
don't
the-
say
what-
that.
What's the matter with you?
Seriously,
sorry.
I don't know how you got married.
I know.
If you got some big ass titties,
Oh, shut up.
you watch some sci-fi bullshit.
It could be a guy too, because there's guys with man boobs. You'll take it?
I did say lady though.
No, if you just said if you had some big old titties.
Yeah, well, you don't know how somebody identifies.
Yeah, that's true.
If you identify,
That it doesn't matter. You just said it.
if you is a cis female, and you want to get up on this dick,
All right, that went too
you
far.
wanna cut that one out.
That went too far.
Yeah, you're taking you took one step too far. It wasn't funny now. Cut it out. But definitely.
By the way, we're talking about Empire because it's the 40th anniversary.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that.
oh, sorry, 40 years?
40 years ago,
40
Damn.
years.
and it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
Still older than me.
And the director died recently, right? He died like last year.
I have no idea who directed again.
Irving.
I didn't even mention it earlier. I just can't remember.
I think he died last year because I remember seeing him on the Oscars. He was either last year, but it was
he died
within
in
recent years.
2010.
So it's recent years. No, I thought no, he didn't die.
Yeah.
Did he?
Kirshner. He died in November
Then
27th.
who died recently from Empire? I know somebody died.
Chewie.
Chewbacca?
No, that's Peter Mayhew. I know that, but there's somebody that had to do with the production. I don't know, but nonetheless, 40 years old. It's an old movie that still holds up.
There's a reason why we talked about this movie.
Yeah, we don't just talk about it to talk about it. Oh, we do talk about it. But
Yeah. And The Island. Apparently, you got to watch The Island.
you gotta watch The Island. Scarlett Johansson, peak hotness, and Ewan McGregor, peak hotness. I guess I don't know.
Ewan McGregor hasn't really aged much.
No.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't age. He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, it's like Train Spotting, where like
Did
go
you
from
not-
that to this. It's
Did
like
you
he really
saw
doesn't- porn?
No,
Yeah.
Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Okay.
He was the best part of that movie
He was, and
because they
I
allowed
still-
him to go over the top.
Yeah, he didn't go. He didn't go all the way though. Like he didn't go crazy, like too much cartoony. He went just right.
Yeah, but they allowed him to go over the top. He was the best part of the movie, and the movie wasn't great.
Like he felt like he should be the Joker instead of Black Mask.
No, I could have put him like as a Riddler
I prefer
because Riddler
him-
later
his-
in the comic books and like on those, he goes a lot more crazy.
But his frustration, the way he came out is like when he's frustrated, but like why is this thing? Why are you guys failing? Why are you guys failing me? That kind of thing. It was just the way it came off. It was like that sounds like Joker from like the animated series, where like he's like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm trying to have fun here."
Yeah, no, it's like he was well cast. I think he's well cast as Obi-Wan. He does majority of the stuff that he does. He's well cast in.
Yeah.
Especially
I
the
don't
movie
like-
no one saw, Dr. Sleep. I feel bad that no
I
one
love
saw
Dr.
Dr.
Sleep.
Sleep.
That was such a good
That's
movie.
a good movie.
Yeah, and I feel bad that no one really saw it.
It's a good movie. I like it because he's a doctor. He made me go sleep. I was like, oh, mira, Sato.
On that note, on that note, this has been a good episode. Definitely check out Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary. Super old movie, according to Spider-Man,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The Avengers, Civil
Oh,
War.
yeah.
That's because that movie's forgettable.
Yo, it's a really good movie. Definitely check it out. Disney Plus. What movie's forgettable?
Uh-huh.
Civil War?
Thank you, everybody, for
You're-
listening.
Relaxed. You just yeah. That's gonna be on the next episode. We're gonna dive into that.
No, Civil War is good.
Wait, Civil War being
good one.
He
Forgettable?
was forgettable. I don't know.
that movie's fucking dope. Again, you can hear people cream their pants because Spider-Man.
There's
came
so
out
many
back.
people right now, giving appreciation to Iron Man 3.
It's-
So this
is up with that shit?
This quarantine's really getting to people.
no, 3.
Like, Iron Man 3's awesome. Part 2's better. What?
Mickey Rourke is underappreciated. Shut your mouth.
Mickey Rourke is harsh, yo.
I give it to Guy Pearce because that Guy Pearce is a really good villain.
I bet you would give it to Guy Pearce.
Not in Bloodshot. Bloodshot, he was garbage because that movie's stupid.
They didn't allow him to be Guy Pearce. They just put him in a movie.
But if you want a good Guy
"I'm a
Pearce, you want a
scientist."
good movie that's very comic book like, and it's Guy Pearce. Lockout,
That's a dope movie.
great. He
And it
could
allow-
have been a Deadpool,
It allows him to be funny and action.
and he could have been. On that note, we're dropping it.
Yeah.
This has been Vinny.
Guy Pearce is awesome. This is Ozzy.
And Edgar.
We'll see you guys next week. Cool.
Bye, Felicia. He's looking at you, kid. In case I don't see you. Good afternoon.